right into the game between Supreme and Enso here in the CIS group stages of this global esports cup. My name is Fatlat Frog and I'm going to be casting today's games. Sadly, we didn't have the first one of today because of the new patch coming in and having some issues with the servers and stuff like that. So that match has been postponed or actually moved to another date. And we are going into the second map, which almost didn't happen as well. So let's see, the pistol rush is going to be coming into this B bomb site, as there's a 1-for-1 trade so far, and the Terror is just getting in there nice and easy so far. But the CT is usually playing on the retake here on the B bomb side. Let's see what Supreme can do about it, as we see fucking just trying to dance around those chains, finding one before getting shot down by Bonzer. So we have a 3v3 with the bomb ticking away ever so quickly, and the Terror is actually not having any incendiary grenades, and that's going to be a quick, relatively easy cleanup for Supreme here on the CT side. Winning the pistol round is of course going to make them slightly more at ease on the CT side with the starting additional money and stuff like that. And we'll see how Enso managed to cope with it. I have no idea who is supposed to be the favorite here, or at least I have heard of Enso before, but I haven't seen Supreme play. So I can't really be the judge of what's going to be happening, as we see the Terror is just rushing into an A split here with pistols blazing, trying to find some kills. Art is actually going to pick up one before going down, but there we go. Arrow getting one for himself as well, but nothing else happening. No smokes on the side of the CTs. Of course, they wanted to save that money for the eventual buy here in the third round, as they are going to be going for those AKs. Usually, otherwise, we would see that how you say, set smokes going onto the A-bomb side, at least to try and plant in the smokes while you're getting cover from your teammates and stuff like that. But this time didn't quite happen, and I think Enso are just fine with that, just going for that full buy in the third round, as we are seeing a relatively slow round. First time actually going towards that Ivy area. We'll see if Arrow manages to find someone here. Bonzer is waiting with a P90, so that's going to be a pretty nice barrage of bullets as soon as he peeks out, especially if they're not going to be using any utility to get there and just trying to sneak out stealthily. We'll see what happens, as we are going to be moving in here. Oh, should probably move manually just quickly enough, because Arrow's going to be the first guy in here. Going for those flashes, smoking off the back of the side, actually spotting one of the CTs still being flashed. Arrow is going to pick up one. Bonzer goes for the spray through the smoke, but fucking is there for the refrag. And we have a 3v4. Might be, 4v2. Quickly enough, people and Unknown trying to get the retake, or at least as much damage as they possibly can here, as Unknown comes from the back. We'll find Zoner, making it a 2v3 with the CT still having a nice bit of utility, at least on Unknown. If he gets something done with those flashes and stuff like that, he might actually have a chance at least to inflict some additional damage, but he's going to be rather running away, trying to save that utility for another day. And the Terror is not too inclined in chasing him down, so that's going to be a nice round pickup for Enso, especially if they manage to catch up with Unknown, but that's not going to be happening. So Enso picking up the first full buy round on both sides, and going into the fourth map with well, at least one AK that they managed to save from the previous round, and having enough money for everything else. Let's see what they do with it. We are seeing the AWP come out as well here on the side of Enso, as well, the CTs are being quite aggressive here, but not going far enough, or actually, just as I say that, going far enough to actually spot, I think that was fucking on Ivy. Still very slow round, but Art already sneaking into this A bomb site, finding the first frag. Is he gonna find any more? Two of them are actually hiding in the upper on the A bomb site, and he just goes to the spray. Will find the headshot. Unknown getting one for himself in the meantime, and that's not gonna be good. But there's a good crossfire, however, set up by Bonzer and Unknown. Unknown actually going down. It's all up to Bonzer now. 2v1, and they know exactly where he is. He's gonna get grenaded in the face. Needs to find the spray. Oof, will not connect any of those shots. Goes for a sneak play here with the pistol. Not gonna happen as he gets his head blown off. And Enso pick up another round. 2-2. But right now the CTs are gonna be able to afford at least some modicum of weapons to FAMAS's, to Force, and an AWP. We'll see what they do with it. So far, they didn't really show anything too surprising, but then again, they were playing either against an eco or on an eco, or at least a partial eco. So we'll see if they manage to make something happen with that AWP that they managed to acquire. Focking's going to be the first guy to go for it, and will land a shot onto Unknown though. That's not a good start. What we should have expected by Supreme. Slowly, the Stero is just getting that pick and then thinking about it long and hard, where they want to go, what they want to do. That's not going to be the best of ideas. Fucking just trying to sneak in into the back of that A side and getting intercepted. That's going to mean a 4v4, but they are already on this B bomb side. The bomb plan should come through as soon as Art is done shooting at the CT in the back, but Bonzer will find one in the meantime. So 3v3 bomb planet. And the terrorist having one incendiary on Art, but he's stuck on the site. Hera's gonna pick up the frag with the P250. That's not a good round. I mean, the CT's almost had it. That's the jump. Will find Art. Bonzer just almost getting out of position here, and there's no incendiary, but there's also no defuse. No time to defuse, and he's gonna have to go for it or die trying, and that's exactly what he does. He dies trying, but he stayed there long enough. So we will have all the terrorist team actually wiped out, at least from the blast at the end. Why can't you see stream? I have no idea. The stream should be working fine. I have no issues on my side. The stream, if I open it, looks fine to me. So I don't know, man. Try to reload. Try to drop cash and reload them. Well, it looks like we are going to be seeing some pop flashes coming into the aggressive side of Ivy, and that's going to be fucking just turning away and then taking the frag there. So good start, but people coming from the side. Will gets a double with his CZ. Tries to dance around. Tries to buy time for his teammates as Snake is coming from the side. Will find Art. People again with one for himself. It's all up to Fucking now. 1v1 with people on 12 HP with that CZ still alive. But I think Fucking has an idea where he is, and that's going to be it. Enso with another brilliant round on the terrorist side. They're just clearing out the terrorists, the CTs. But we'll see. The CT's again on a full buy now with an AWP on GOM, so they really need to rally up and maybe not push as aggressively on Ivy and stuff like that and get killed. I know that they do that mostly on eco rounds and stuff like that, but I don't know. There's absolutely no point being so aggressive right off the start, especially if you don't have weapons. And Air is going to be the first one to get a frag here. Snake is in the right spot though, and he's going to get the refrag. Needs to be careful though. Arrow still with the AWP, being quite scary here with the triple kill. Getting 3 kills so far. It's a 1v1. Oh, the jump! Actually, that's going to save his life, but people still going to go down to Arrow. Oh, that shot, last shot in the face. After basically missing the off shot and the one shot, one kill rule that the AWP usually has, just because of that jump. We are seeing Enso on a pretty comfortable lead here on 5-2 on the terrorist side even of Train. So that's very good to start off with. Going into the second half, they're going to be very comfortable, especially if they manage to pick up a few more rounds. As it looks like the CTs are just constantly buying whatever they can get their hands on. Currently, they started off with FAMAS's actually unknown, managed to pick up an AK, but it's still 4v3. With the terrorists kind of in control of this A-bomb side already, getting that high positions going. Arrow's going to pick up the first frag, but unknown's there. Well, Snake's going to find one, Snake's going to find another one. I don't know why he's using the nickname Beneficent, but there we go. Arrow, only man alive, and oh, he's actually going to land the shot, but again, he barely misses, doesn't connect with the first shot, has to switch over to the pistol, and that's going to cost him his life in the end. And finally, Supreme managed to pick up one round in their favor here after the two initial pistol and eco rounds. So, Supreme still fighting. Not giving too much away. However, they did lose 4 members, so you know, I wouldn't say that they're extremely successful on the defense so far. We should say, of course, that the first map is, of course, as you can see, it's Train, which was picked by Supreme. Enso picked Cobble, and then the third decider is actually Inferno. So we're gonna have 2 pretty awesome maps, I think. And to start to finish off, if we get the third map, it's going to be the classics. Either way, it looks like the terrorists are going to be rushing into this side. Good flash there. Oh my God! They're just aligned so perfectly. Bonds are picking up a double. Gom helping out from the other side of the B-bomb side, and they just shut down the aggression so hard. Bonds are waiting patiently behind that coil. Actually, I think it was more luck than anything else, because he was waiting for anyone to actually peek upper B. Nobody was going there, so he waited a bit too long, lost a member on the B-bomb side, and then had to peek on the other side anyway. But they didn't check that coils. They didn't have anyone watching it, and he just flanked them nicely. The revolver is actually forbidden. We specifically, well, the league specifically told them that the revolvers are not in play because they are broken currently, and I think every single other league around here has done the same. The only time that you're actually going to see people playing with revolvers and stuff like that is going to be on matchmaking. I think Faceit also is running the old servers, so you can't play with the revolver on the Faceit servers. If I'm not mistaken, but then don't take my word for it. I'm just telling you what I heard from my friends. Me personally, I've played on cash, on matchmaking, and the smokes are broken. You can't actually just disable them, and if someone actually smokes, you alt tab, and you're gonna see through it. Or actually, the smoke is not gonna be there anymore. Either way, while I was talking, I apologize, but Supreme won the round, of course, as you can see. And yes, I wanted to see some silly pro matches as well. Sadly, that's not going to be the case here. As I think it's sensible, especially if you're playing qualifiers for a big match or big LAN event. You don't want to change everything. You don't want to change the whole meta just for during a competition. It's unfair to teams that have practiced certain strategies and stuff like that to just go and RNG it up. Good spraying done by Unknown through the smoke. We'll find the head of Zoner. And there's a few other terrorists, but that's going to be another one fucking going down. And they know, well, he should know. Unknown should know that there's another one there, because otherwise Zoner could be boosted up there. People with the frag onto Art, and this is a good couple of rounds here for Supreme. They're doing quite nicely, holding down the sites, not exposing themselves too much, and actually winning on the trades that they get into. At least in the 1v1, they don't have a lot of refrag abilities, but that's usually okay if you have good aimers. Either way, Beneficium, I should say, his nickname or something like that should be is Snake. So if I call it Snake or Beneficium, is basically the same person. Just as a clarifying thing. Either way, Supreme 6-5 up and looking relatively good. If they don't drop any more rounds here on the CT side, they should be okay going into the second half. But then again, they might be weaker on the terrorist side. Unknown with a brilliant double shot, but he gets overwhelmed by the terrorist in the end. And Art and Zoner picking up one each. Snake picking, well, managing to reply with one. Let's see if Art and Zoner manage to do something with their newly acquired weapons, as Art does just that, with making it a 2v2 right now. People, they know where the terrorists are hiding though, so they should be rotating at some point. They know that the bomb is there as well, so people's gonna be doing just that, dropping down Pop Dog and just covering the other side of this A-bomb site. 50 seconds remaining, however, so Art has enough time to actually run around and go all the way towards the B-bomb site if he so wishes. But he probably should have gotten hurt as he was running around. Let's see. No, both of the CTs are all the way on the other side, but well, looks like Snake's gonna be waiting for him. They are assuming that he's gonna be coming from the back of the A-bomb side, and in the meantime, Art is just already on the B-bomb side. Nowhere predictable whatsoever. Let's see. Art spotting one of the CTs. Ooh, gets naded right underneath his feet, and that's going to be it. 7-5 for Supreme. Also there is loads of problems with the revolver as well. I don't know if you've tried it already, but you know, you can, one thing you can do is like keep pressing the left mouse button while you're walking or running or whatever, and it's going to keep it primed so you can shoot it at any time. And there's another like neat trick that actually the Boo told me about. If you press the right button, how did he explain it to me? So if you supposedly if you press the right button and then the left button, oh, that's a good shot by Gom there. Oh, and the second one as well. Brilliant shooting. Finds the third one as well. Just dinks him in the legs. And that's going to be a triple kill for Gom on the side. Needs to be careful. Gets spotted by Arrow. Arrow pushing ahead. Will find Unknown on close to Ivy. And there we go. The bomb still not making its way in there, but both Arrow and Art actually managing to get into the back lines of the CTs here. People's gonna go down, making it a 2v2 right now. Arrow's in a good position. Might actually spot Gom on the side as he comes around. Will miss the shot. Both of them actually missing the shots. Gom just goes around. Will find Art. Oh, that was some good shooting by Gom. Gom with a, I think that was an ace. Yeah, let me check. That was exactly an ace. Gom just going huge and managing to get Supreme to 8-5 scoreline. 2 more rounds to go in this first half, and they're gonna be starting off the second half very, very nicely indeed. What I wanted to say was, so you click the right button, then you click the left one, and your revolver is going to like get stuck on the perfect position to shoot. So you just keep pressing the right button, I think, and then you whenever you want to shoot, you just press the left button again, and it's going to instantly shoot without the delay of 1 second or however long it is. So that makes it a bit of an OP weapon, and that's probably what most of the organizers are trying to avoid by banning it on their events, because I think it's going to get nerfed in the ground by Valve in the next few days, hopefully in today or something, as soon as it's day in America. So we'll see how that goes on. Either way, the terrorists look like they're gonna try to fake towards a push towards the B-bomb side, but not really going for it, as they have already made relatively close entry on the bomb side, and Arrow just making a good diversion here on the B bomb side, forcing the CTs to rotate. He will find two before getting finally picked off by people, but the bomb's gonna get planted. The Terror is getting a really easy entry into the A bomb side and already setting up defensive positions as Focking will find the headshot. Making it a 2v4 right now. The two CTs smoked off in connector will basically have to either go through the smoke and get shot in the face or, you know, save, which would have been probably the better idea. But nevertheless, Enso managed to pick up that round, and we have an 8-6 scoreline. Supreme actually already winning the first half, but, you know, just in terms of points. But Enso still too close for comfort, I think. Might be a bit of a lopsided matchup once Enso gets on the CT side. That's just how it usually goes. We'll see. Loads of teams are actually practicing these maps, focus much more on the terrace side usually. Oh, Gom actually missing a relatively easy shot, but we'll get the second brilliant flick there. Needs to be careful though, as yeah, that was Arrow and Art already on the side, but they're gonna get picked off. People playing close to Popdog will find another frag for himself, and it's all on Focking, which coincidentally has the most why would you name yourself Focking? But there you go. Probably forecasters to try and pronounce it without saying the F word. So I consciously try to say Focking, not anything else. Either way, 9-6, not too bad of a scoreline here for Supreme. First map, of course, being picked by them. Could have done a bit better, I think. 10-5, 11-4 would have been a bit comfier for them. But right now, they can't really complain. They are going to be going on the terrace side, and they kind of need to win the piss around, or else I feel like Enso are going to start getting too far ahead and might end up winning the opponent's map. Of course, the second map is going to be Cobblestone, so that was picked by Enso, and if this goes like I think, it might be a bit of a more one-sided affair there. We'll see what happens as the colors apparently have kind of, oh, there we go. That's fixed. For a while there, Gom had a blue color of his nickname. I was like, wait a minute, he's not the CT anymore. Anyway, Arrow on the top of the train there will find one before going down. So it's a 1-for-1 trade with Gom pushing deep into the side. I think he wants to flank anyone that might be coming from connector, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. He's not gonna go too deep, however, not just yet. We'll spot one and get the headshot. So 2 versus 3 situation right now with the CTs trying desperately to get into the side, but that's not gonna be possible as the terrorists are just setting up the crossfire to, well, exactly, cosmonomical. Either way, the piss round won by Supreme, which, as stated, was pretty important. We have 6 more rounds to go if they want to close it out, of course. But let's see what happens in the next few rounds. Of course, the CT is actually not going for a force buy here. Actually going for those armors, but staying with the P250s. So not too much in the way of. Let's see. Well, there's still some money left on them. They could have gone for some utility, but decided not to. No defuse kits either on the CT team. So that's gonna make things a bit difficult if it comes to a situation that the bomb could have been defused, and then, you know, they don't manage it just because they didn't pick up the bomb, but they didn't pick up the defuse kit. But well, there's your 1-for-1 trade on Ivy, with the bomb still leaning towards the A bomb side slightly. Let's quickly check what's going on the minimap. Looks like it might be a pop dog through here and here push, but we'll see what actually happens. They are leaving people all the way back on the B bomb side, maybe just to create a distraction once his teammates are in position. So we'll see what actually happens. That's exactly what happens. He's just making himself heard, trying to detract the tension from the A bomb side, and that's actually working. Only Zoner is here on the A-bomb side, but he has that 5-7. He has that close range possibility, and he's just not going to take it. Arrow coming from connector will get picked off, and it's all down to Art and Evo, who are trying to get from connector, but they're probably going to get shot in the face. I mean, of course, the terrorists operating with those armor. They have armor, of course, they have SMGs and everything else. Well, looks like they're not going to have as much armor and as many SMGs for long, as Art just picks up the frag, takes the weapon and says, thank you very much, runs away. That's going to be it. The bomb's going to go off any second now, and well, the terrorists winning a relatively easy round here, but losing 2 members in the process. And actually dropping Art a weapon that he could use in this next round to maybe provide a few weapons for his teammates by of course getting some frags. We'll see how he does with that. The terrorist still opting not to upgrade to anything else but MP7s. Well, yeah, exactly. They had enough money to actually go for AKs and stuff like that, but probably just assumed it might have been not the best of ideas. Art is gonna get shot down, so the only weapon on the side of the CTs has just gone to hell. Bonzer with a frag onto Arrow, and this should be just a quick succession of kills. Evil will actually find 1 kill for himself, but that's going to be all there is for Enso. 12-6 is the final scoreline after the first few, you know, just conventional rounds of who wins the pistol round and who wins the second and the third round. But now we get to a full buy. Now we see Arrow picking up that op. He's been really good in the first half with it, when he actually could have afforded it, but you know, still 6 rounds, nothing to scoff at, and Gom's gonna actually pick up the first frag onto Arrow, just waiting for him right in the correct spot, getting the easy shot as Arrow was trying to get in position mid-jump, or actually just landing behind that train stop. And the terrorists already getting underway with 1-man advantage. We'll see how many more than they can get, as it looks like it will be an A push. Or I tell a lie, and they might go for the B-bomb side. The 2 terrorists just coming back, regrouping, waiting for. They have been waiting for eventual pushes, either from Ivy or from A main, but that's not going to be happening. So it looks like the push is going to come towards the B-bomb side, where Art is waiting, just going for the spray. Doesn't connect a whole lot of shots. I mean, he almost kills people, but he's not going to finish him off. Art's going to get 2 frags in the meantime, so people is still alive, but just barely hanging by a thread there. 1 grenade on the side, and that would be taken care of. 3 versus 3 situation right now, with Evil being almost as low as people, and he's still doing some damage. Zoner finally finds people, and a second frag onto Snake as well. Well, let's see. We have Unknown here. He needs to prevent the plan from happening, and nothing's going on. He needs to get the kill. Oh, goes to the spray, will interrupt the defuse, just barely. Last bullets in the magazine, and he's gonna be just fine. Looks like the bomb is gonna go off. There's not enough time. He's actually gonna pay the ultimate price of his life for it, but in the end they win the round. 13-6. The CT's having to eco up again, and this is dangerous territory right now for Enso. They really had to pick up the first buy round, especially on the CT side, especially in a 2v1 situation. They didn't manage to do that. They didn't manage to get rid of Unknown, and well, now they're way on back foot. Arrow already going down. Unknown picking up 1, and probably a second one. Nope, not gonna happen. Okay, actually gonna get the better of him with the pistol, but Zoner goes down as well. The terrorists should be dying, but they're not. Well, the CTs should be dying, but they're not so. They're not that quick to die. Still doing quite a nice bit of damage here. Let's see if Art manages to find anyone with the 5-7. He's close range. Could actually go for a cheeky defuse, but he doesn't have a defuse kit, and he's just gonna get shot in the face. Well, 14-6. 2 more rounds to go. Supreme almost in game point, match point situation, with Enso going for a full buy again, and this is do or die now. if they lose this one, it's going to be 15-6, and they're going to be going into the arguably last round completely penniless. Almost as well, me. Either way, let's see. Push coming. Where exactly? The CT is actually stacking on the A bomb side and just leaving one of them. That's going to be R defending the B bomb side, and well, looks like Supreme has been preferring that B bomb side all the way. So I don't really know why exactly that is, but they are going to be defending it only with two people, with Arrow actually going for the rotate between in connector between A and the B bomb side. So let's see if he's gonna land those shots. He needs to land the shots on the upper. Whoever is actually gonna go peeking upper needs to die very, very quickly, and he's gonna spot the elbow. Goes for the shot and actually barely flashed. Will find one, but that might not be enough. As Go manages to find one, Unknown finds another one, and people just dropping down from Pop Dog will find one for himself. It's 2 versus 3 situation right now. Oh, what a shot from Zoner! Through the train, right into the face of Gome. And we have a 2v2 right now. Bomb still not planted. 20 seconds to go. They just need to interrupt it. They could do something, but they have limited utility. Only one flash, so there's not going to be a whole lot that they can do. Well, maybe getting that easy frag on Unknown as he was running around, but people is still alive. Zoner with the 5-7. Oh, tags people so hard. Nice pickup. Enso managed to survive this round, and they might get something going here on the CT side. Of course, this not being their preferred map, I mean it's kind of reasonable to expect them not to do as well as they currently Supreme are doing. But we'll see how they actually do on Cobblestone. And I'm wondering if this is just going to be like a pretty considerable win for Supreme, and then Enso just steamrolls on the second map, and it actually gets to the third map. That might be quite fun here. Third maps are always fun, and people can't unclench their buttocks until they're over, or else you know, you are afraid for your skins and stuff like that. In the way, first frag going on to Focking, so that's a good start for Supreme. But it's not over yet, as it looks like the turret. Okay, so yeah, kind of hate it when that happens. GoTV just lags out a few times every single round. Let's see, Evil and Zoner picking up one, but Gom still there. People chiming in with his AK, getting a frag and just pushing into connector. Will clear out the CT team, no problem whatsoever. 15-7 looks like, and well, the CT's completely out of money. That previous win basically reset their loss bonus money ratio, and they will have to do with Deagles, P250s, and a 5-7. Not looking good, but you know, we've seen piss rounds going the way of the team doing the ecoing a few times, so it might actually happen. Not the best of smokes there, but that's not going to matter, as it looks like the terrorists are just going to be aggressively pushing into this B bomb site if they find Art here, and well, that's going to be quickly over if he doesn't delay them as long as possible. As the spray comes through, the frag grenade is actually going to be the finisher for Art. It's a 4-on-2, and it looks like that the CTs are just getting summarily executed, as Focking and Arrow are still trying to fight this out, but not having those helmets, not having those proper weapons. Oh, it's still 1v1, might still be doable, but very, very hard. Oh, just steps in the fire. Well, GG.